All right, Peter Doran joins us now. He is an adjunct senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Peter, welcome. So Vice President Vance says the U.S. may walk away from peace talks if Ukraine and Russia can't agree. How serious is that threat, and what's at stake if the U.S. steps away?
I think it's very serious, and it all comes down to two important words: poison pill. Vladimir Putin has been inserting all sorts of poison pills into his demands for a ceasefire. And that's important because let's remember, 30 days ago, President Trump negotiated with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and Zelensky said, "We agree to a ceasefire, zero conditions." Vladimir Putin is the one who is putting on the conditions. He is the true obstacle to a ceasefire at this point. And what we're seeing in President Trump is a master negotiator doing his thing, offering a takeaway. If you don't agree, I'm going to take everything away, and hoping to shake things loose. So today's events are serious, but I don't think we've reached the end of the road just yet.
Crimea is a huge point of discussion in these talks. How significant would that shift be if the U.S. decides to officially recognize Russia's control over Crimea? And what message does it send to allies and also adversaries?
Well, it would be very significant because President Trump would be breaking American law. I think many around the president have gotten a little bit out over their skis on this. They have forgotten that Congress has already passed a law several years ago preventing the United States from ever legally recognizing Russia's occupation of Crimea. There's a long history of non-recognition by the United States of land grabs, such as in the Baltic states or Korea. So that's going to be off the table thanks to U.S. law. Now, what is likely to happen is that President Trump is going to ask the Russians to hold the line of battle, and the Ukrainians will freeze the fighting in place. There should be a ceasefire that can create the conditions to negotiate a longer-term peace. But right now, the focus should be on a ceasefire and in freezing the line of battle where it is.
Yeah, Peter, let me ask you, what did you make of Secretary Rubio skipping the London summit and lower-level officials stepping in?
Well, that was significant because today was supposed to be a day of announcements. The U.S. side was looking forward to having the Ukrainians agree to essentially Vladimir Putin's peace terms. And what the Ukrainians said is, hey, look, we can't do that. Included in Putin's demand is that we can never join NATO. It's in our constitution, the Ukrainians said, that we must join NATO. So again, poison pills. Vladimir Putin has shown he doesn't really want peace at this point, and that's where President Trump should take the hint, take off the velvet gloves, and make good on his earlier threats to impose economic costs on Putin so long as he refuses to take these peace negotiations seriously and to act in good faith.
Yeah, so Russia's deadly Palm Sunday strike killed dozens of Ukrainian Christians. Peter, you've written that the U.S. has to respond with strength, not soft diplomacy. What kind of pressure do you believe the Trump administration should be applying right now? And is it enough? You mentioned, maybe economic pressure.
Well, that's right. It's important to recall here that President Trump has a lot in his toolkit when it comes to negotiations. The United States can still apply very significant maximum sanctions on Russia and more importantly, on the nefarious actors who are helping Putin evade our sanctions. That's going to be the key. Apply more economic pressure.
Okay.
Trump can do that.
Okay. Peter Doran with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Peter, thank you.